Welcome to T11. This is the fifth and final episode of the How to Get Your Power Back series, which I didn't even know was going to be a series. I'm just kind of following where the world's guided me a little bit. It's been kind of a fun, interesting exercise for me. I've learned a lot from it, that's for sure. I really have, and I'm super glad that I did it. So thanks for taking the ride with me on this. And the response has been really cool, and I'm glad some of you are really getting something out of this. But selfishly, this is just an audio reminder for me of how to get my power back should I ever lose it again. But I was on the fence for doing this. And when I look back at these shows, I'm kind of noticing a theme a little bit, that it's actually kind of mathematical. Life is kind of mathematical for me and for us. You need to add things into your life. You need to add goodness into your life to bring goodness in. You need to add better people. You need to add more experiences. You need to do well with all that kind of stuff, as well as subtract things in your life. It's all addition and subtraction. Get the dumpy people out of your life, the people that are slowing you down, the naysayers. Learn how to get all those negative thoughts out of your life, out of your body, out of your soul, out of your system. You know, like I said, it's addition, it's subtraction. And I used to wait to the end of the year to do this all the time. I used to do a thing called shaking the tree, usually right around the start of the year or the end of the year. Kind of go through who I want in my life, who I don't want in my life, what experience I want and all that. And why wait? Why would I wait? This is an ongoing process. Life is an ongoing process. So if you don't want somebody in your life, you politely remove them. You don't have to make a big announcement. You don't have to say, hey, you're out of my life. I'm a champion and you're a loser. No, that's not the way to get through to anybody. The way to get through to anybody is by being an example. So those thoughts, those habits, those people, they are all going to be added into your life if you start thinking of good things. Like I said, it's all addition. It's all subtraction. And I just kind of noticed that. There's no guru needed here, okay? There's none. You do not need to pay one of those losers that I've talked about on previous episodes $3,000 for a special weekend getaway with them in Bali or something like that, just so they could go there for free, okay? God, the whole industry is screwed. It is so bad. So you don't need any classes like this, all right? This is just very, very simple stuff. And what gets me the most about it, it's simple things that I've always known to be true. I've always known this to be true, but sometimes I just let it go. I let the outside world start to dictate who they wanted me to be, and I followed suit. I did what they were saying. I didn't take the chances. I didn't do the stuff that I normally would do. And that right there was the exact moment that I lost anything to do with me whatsoever. You could call it losing your power. You could call it losing your focus. You could call it losing yourself, whatever you want to call it. But that was the exact moment that I lost it. And then it just started to snowball like crazy. So when you have good thoughts, when you have good habits, the numbers and experiences grow. They grow like crazy. I wish I could tell you, since I've started this, how many people have been reaching out to me wanting to collaborate with me, having questions. Hey, what do you think about doing a podcast together? What do you think about doing this and that? And these are people with pretty big names. And it's just really strange how this is starting to happen. And I wish I could explain it, how it feels to have this sort of momentum again, but we've all been there. So you've had momentum in your life, and if you're lacking in momentum, you could create that momentum again just by addition and subtraction. I mean, sure, I'm extremely disappointed for letting myself get out of control, for lack of a better word, like one of those fires, you know, that they're trying to contain for the last 16 years. It was horrible, you know. But I'm choosing to believe that I guess I needed those 16 years. And for that, I believe that I'm coming back stronger than ever with all these valuable lessons that I've learned. And I would thought that this process alone would have provided me, I don't know, some sort of clarity, some sort of clear path on where to go next. Maybe some new ideas that would be coming in that I'm talking about of where to take my life next. But I'm sad to tell you that I'm still in the dark on that one, but it's not a scary dark. It's not a confused dark. It's nothing like that. It's like, okay, I'm going through this process. I guess some things are going to be presented to me, and I feel like they are. Some ideas, I might wake up in the middle of the night and go, this is it. I made a decision. But it's very important once you make a decision based on when you're in your power instead of trying to do something for somebody else. When you're in your power and you make a powerful decision, whoo, there's going to be no stopping you. Okay. So right now, I'm just going to, for lack of a better word, going to take that light that we all have and just kind of shine it out in the dark and see what's out there. You know, hey, that corner looks interesting over there. Let's see what's happening over there, but only for the interesting stuff. So what did I learn? What did we all hopefully learn here? Well, bottom line is that universal law is 1,000,000,000% real. It's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. The Stoics, the greatest thinkers of all time, all have talked about this type of stuff in some form or fashion over the years. This is not brand new. Mastering it is exactly what it is. When you become a master of something, holy hell, there's no stopping you. So what you put out into the world comes back to you tenfold. You've heard that many, many times. And it's true. The universe isn't some sort of woo-woo magical place. I only call it the universe because I don't know what else to call it. It's not a woo-wooey magical place with fairy dust flying around all over the place. It's just not. In fact, the universe does not know the difference between right or wrong. It doesn't. If you go out looking for trouble, you're going to find it. Like attracts like. That's what we're talking about here. If you go looking to have some sort of goodness in your life, to spread some sort of love and joy, that's exactly what you're going to get. It doesn't know the difference between right or wrong. It only knows that what you throw out there, you're going to get it. Anyway, it's also nice to be reconnected with my thoughts and imagination again. And this is where I need to take a deep breath and kind of realize that these thoughts and this new feeling that I'm having are going to benefit me and others around me. But I don't know exactly how yet. And I'm just trusting that it's going to happen. Okay. I mean, I hold a vision of who I am, and we all hold a vision of who we are and what we're fully capable of. I've talked about that in the past ones, right? We just have to know it. We just have to trust it. We just have to live it. Okay. I also know that all of us are super creative. And this is going to sound cheesy here, but we are all artists of our own life. And I hate that. I'm the director of my own. God, you know, all these sayings that have been around forever, but they always hit home because they are true. We are the captain of our own ship, the director of our own movie, the artist of our own life, and all that. And a real artist, a true artist, knows how great it feels just to create something. Just to create something. There's love in the entire process of that. They really love what they're doing. They've got no thought of fame or fortune or failure or anything like that. That's not why they're doing it. It's not why you're doing it. You're doing out of love. There's no eyes at the end result. Sure, we'd love great things to happen for it because we're putting positive stuff out there, and it's going to happen. Just know that that's going to happen. But there's just doing, and then there's choosing to respond to any opportunity that may come from living a powerful life. That's it. That's the way things work right there. I know people who don't think they're creative at all. I know a lot of people who don't think they are. And I've told these people, and you could probably guess who some of these people are. I've told these people for years that they would just be themselves instead of trying to be something they are not. It had taken me a long time to learn this. Trust me, I've been that as well. But if you just be themselves instead of what they think that somebody else wants them to be, that they're going to find out that they are one creative son of a bitch. This process has also reminded me that one of the most important facts ever, that every moment, every single moment right now, not just moments throughout the day, like, oh, I have a decision. No, every single moment of our lives is a new chance to get your power back and to not give your power away. That's why you've heard many people say, one of the most powerful words is no, and that's true. So I've been asking myself some great questions lately. I just have. When I have a thought, I think, okay, how does this make me feel? How does it really make me feel? Does it excite me? Does it make me happy? Is this thought that I have or idea that I have, is this something that will move my life forward? If the answer is yes, I'm going to explore it with no specific outcome in mind. I'm just going to explore it. Much like I started this series here, this 5-part series. I just thought I was going to do one show, and then I realized, wait a minute, I got a lot more to talk about on this, and we'll see what happens with it. 5-part series there. We're done. I don't know what's going to happen next. I have no clue yet. But if the answer is no when I have these thoughts, then I give it no further energy whatsoever. When I ask myself these questions, is this going to move my life forward? Is this something I love? Is this something that holds my interest? If the answer is no, no more energy given, no more thoughts given, and saying no to something you do not want is just as powerful as saying yes to something that you desire. You're in charge. We're in charge. So stop giving your damn power away. And that goes for your spouses, your kids, your boss, everything else. Sure, you have to play the game a little bit, but stop giving your power away. That's one of the things I feel like I might want to do here in the future, is some sort of dude advice for dudes, especially when it comes to women. I don't have all the answers, but I have been married now 31 years. And part of that is because, and I joke about giving my power away, and yeah, I am P-whipped from time to time, but when I put my foot down, it means something around the house, and it means that I'm not going to do it. She's free to do what she wants to do and live her own life, but don't judge me, because I have to take a different turn. And we've been having some very interesting, I almost said uncomfortable. We've been having some very interesting conversations lately, especially since I've been going through this stuff. I never talked to her about this. She doesn't listen to this podcast. She's already got her life figured out. She has her own concerns, her own desires, her own passions she's worried about and working on. She doesn't care about mine. All she cares about is if I'm happy, if I'm contributing, and if I'm being a good man. That's it. So anyway, a lot of these people, though, a lot of these other people are going to try to steer you off your path. They're going to start noticing, wait a minute, this guy's saying no, this person's saying no. I can't believe Connie here. She always used to be the person to rely on. She's a people pleaser. We can always count on her to be there to pick up the this and do that, while she's hating it and feels like she's given away her soul deep inside. But she does it because she's a good person, because she wants to help. She wants somebody out. She wants that. But you know what? Connie also deserves to live her own life. And when Connie decides to live her own life, get out of Connie's fucking way. There's a t-shirt for you, huh? All the challenges are always going to be there for us once we decide it's not it's never a clear path, Bottom line, like we talked about on previous podcasts, is God has given us these desires, the universe, ourselves, wherever we get these ideas from, they're there. And all you got to do is start walking forward one step at a time to see where it's going to take us. So I've come up with kind of a creed for my 5 daily reminders of how to. Maybe you could make your own, but these are my 5 daily reminders. I'm trying to bring them up on my computer here and see what they were. I didn't even number these like an idiot. Okay. I wake up every morning and I'm aware of my vibes. Okay. Remember, science is part of this that we talked about. Those molecules, that energy is a real thing. You can measure energy. It's scientific, okay? So if you're putting out the good vibes and all that, you're putting out the good vibes. And I remind myself every morning that, hey, every opportunity that I'm going to, if Sherry says, we're going to go to lunch today and how, I want you to maybe meet a buddy of mine from work or something like that. And it may not be the one thing that I want to do that moment. I'm going to bring vibes. I'm going to bring better vibes to it. I'm going to consciously remind myself it's all about the vibes, dude. Throw it out there. Okay. So there's number one. And number two, I'm always right now headed towards my desires. Okay. They are 100% real. These ideas and desires. I am not going to discount them at all. The universe, God, wherever they came from somewhere. And the universe, God, they know exactly what I'm capable of. Like I've said many times before, I'm not waking up and going, oh, I think today I'm going to drop all this Lexitary stuff and I'm going to be a brain surgeon. No, I know that I am not capable of doing it. Maybe I don't have the smarts. One thing for sure is I don't have the desire. But when we're given a desire and a want for something and a need for something, I think that need comes with these wants. I think we got to explore it. I think we got to give it a chance. They deserve, all of these ideas deserve my full and our full attention, not intention, but attention. And then the mirroring, practice the mirroring everywhere you go. Just remind that stuff. If you go back and listen to previous episodes, that mirroring that I talked about, knowing these are all just little scenarios I've thrown out there, basically saying the same thing, but in a bunch of different ways. The like attracts like, the mirror attracts mirroring, all that stuff. But I'm reminding myself that everywhere I go. And it's fun to go walk into a room and maybe you're feeling a little down. And this happened to me not that long ago. I was going to a breakfast and there were some people there that I really didn't know. And I decided that I had a decision. Am I going to be the normal guy? Believe it or not, because I do all this stuff, I have moments of not wanting to talk, of being shy or tired of saying the same stories or whatever it is. I've had these moments before, and I can actually now walk into a room and go, I'm going to change the vibe, my experience. I can change the experience that I'm going to have with these people, and I can change their experience of the way they're going to remember me, meeting me. But above all, I just want to enjoy every freaking moment right now, every powerful moment, being present in every single thing that I do. This past weekend when Sherry and I went away for our anniversary, I was reminding myself that all the time. Sure, I took some pictures of the parades and all these dumb little things that we saw and the deer outside our room and life, just to document things and to share on social media. But for the most part, I had my phone in my pocket and I was zoned in on her. We had a fantastic weekend full of laughter, hugs. It was a good way to kind of reconnect after all the bullshit that I've been going through. And she's certainly been going through all of her bullshit. So, and the little things, actually taste the food that I was eating. I had strawberries. I was like, oh, this is a strawberry. I could feel the sun. I could feel this stuff. I know this sounds cheesy as hell, but that was being in the moment for me. Life just got brighter. Life just got happier. I could feel the love and the sound of Sherry's laugh. And, like now I hear her, God, this is going to sound so cheesy, but I'm going to say it. Now I'm so kind of like in the moment that when I hear Sherry come home from work and I hear her key hit the door, I get this feeling like, oh yeah, life's about to get interesting. Life's about to get fun right now. She's home. It's my girl. It feels really good. And I'm just taking a few moments throughout every single day now to close my eyes and basically feel how powerful I am. And I hope some of this worked for you. I hope some of this made some sort of sense to you. I'll be honest, I'm still trying to figure out what a lot of this means, and I don't know what's going to happen. This is wrapping up the episodes here, the 5th episode. This would be a very easy way to say I'm done doing T11. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take a little bit of time. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may end up doing a brand new podcast tonight about something, not a brand new podcast, but a brand new T11 tonight about something I want to talk about. But I want to think. I want to be guided, and I want to trust it. And I really enjoy doing this, so I don't know why I would stop, but you never know. You never know. I'll tell you one thing. It takes a big set of cojones, a giant set of balls to quit something publicly. To say I'm done doing this or I did doing that, because the people are going to say, oh, you failed. You didn't fail. It takes bigger balls to quit something than it does to start something, because quit means to some people that, oh, I failed at it. To me, it's just an idea that I'm exploring to see what happens. And I guess I'm lucky to be in the somewhat of a public eye for so many years, because it takes some shit. People like serving it up to you. I don't understand what their problem is, but it's not for me to understand what their problem is. They just have a problem. And I just go, oh, it doesn't bother me like it used to. They're not starting anything new, are they? Nope. They're going online just to try to fuck with people. But that's a whole other podcast, maybe. Anyway, guys, I took a turn there that I didn't want to take, but I do want to say thank you. Thank you for enjoying the series. Thank you for the comments on the series. And we're going to see where this leads me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day and a very, very strong week if I'm not back this week with another T11. I hope you have a strong week. And remember, it's up to you. It's up to you to how strong it's going to be, guys. We'll talk to you later. Let me turn all this stuff off here. Bye.